Hello and welcome to another episode of The Starting Line. This is my series of videos I've been doing to help readers like me figure out where to start reading great characters. If you saw the thumbnail before you clicked over, you know exactly who we're talking about today, so stick around to hear more about the Silver Surfer. That's right, we're talking about the Silver Surfer, that classic cosmic character from the Marvel Universe, one of the all-time great cosmic characters ever created by Jack Kirby back in 1966 from Fantastic Four issue number 48. This is a great character, Norrin Radd. Really original design, and look, there's really no character like him in any universe. And I really have appreciated the way that different writers and artists have used this character for great stories. So the question becomes, which one would we pick if we wanted to start reading this awesome character? He shows up in the Infinity Gauntlet, a classic storyline, and is so important in the way they tell this story. Those of you fans of the movies might not know how pivotal a role Norrin Radd played in the Infinity Gauntlet story. He was also an important part of many great Fantastic Four stories. I don't have a lot of those issues. The ones I do, though, are always beautiful to look at. These incredible pieces of artwork and nostalgia. He had his own series, his own storyline with some incredible issues, some great classic Marvel stories that you could really enjoy, and even most recently starred in Donny Cates' Silver Surfer Black, which I would argue is one of the greatest Silver Surfer stories I've ever read. But my argument would also be that it's not really for new readers of this character. They rely on a lot of backstory, a lot of connective tissue to Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy and things like that. So as great as this story is, and as unbelievable as the artwork of Tradd Moore is in this series, I recommend the extended large edition. That is not the starting line I'm picking. This is one of those rare moments on this series where I'm going to actually be choosing the first appearance of a character as the starting line for a new reader. That's right, we're looking at the original trilogy of books, the Galactus trilogy, and we're going to be studying that as the starting line for Norrin Radd. These are iconic issues drawn by the great Jack Kirby that include issue 48, 49, and 50, or as I like to call them, the first appearance, the Galactus issue, and the brown cover, because why? Just because why? These are iconic pieces of Marvel history. They're great stories, and they introduce two of the most impressive cosmic characters in the Marvel universe, Galactus and our topic today, the Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer had a great first appearance and a powerful story arc where he learns and regains humanity. And I think watching his character evolve through these three issues is really the heart of the story. And the villain Galactus turned away and losing his herald and moving on and not devouring Earth is really just a beautiful piece of Marvel history. So good they tried to even make a decent movie out of it and sadly weren't able to pull it off. I have hopes that at some point he will appear in the Marvel Universe in some spectacular fashion. These are probably the most expensive books I've ever discussed on the starting line. Usually the books I recommend are dollar bin books that you can find in your local comic shop, but sadly, Fantastic Four 48, 49, and 50 are way out of the normal price range. You can, however, find them in many collected editions. This story is so iconic, they've reprinted it again and again and again. So look around on Amazon, you might find some very reasonable purchases that would include these three fantastic issues. I personally read them on the Marvel Unlimited app. They are definitely never coming off of there, so you can easily find them and enjoy them there. The artwork line by Kirby is so strong, but the story is what gets me. The character of Norrin Radd has such a powerful journey, and it really makes you appreciate that character. And once you're in that world, I would highly recommend taking a glance at that Infinity Gauntlet storyline that I mentioned earlier, and of course the Silver Surfer Black, which I do think is a great modern Silver Surfer story. And while you're going back through and enjoying your Silver Surfer, don't forget the classic John Buscema run. I know that my guys, Kenny, Comic Head 84, or JD from JD Comics, would be very upset if I didn't discuss at length how great this run is. And I think I've only read the first handful, maybe 6 issues, but you have like first appearances by Mephisto. You have that iconic sort of Thor versus Silver Surfer cover that everybody loves. I think that issue 1 and 2 are also really kind of underrated, maybe undervalued compared to those other 2 I mentioned. But really, the artwork is phenomenal, and it's another great point to really get into the Silver Surfer. But for me, the starting line has to be the Galactus trilogy. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos from this series, there are 8 other ones. You can click the playlist and let me know what you think of this starting line.